Hello guys, and today I will be doing an Amy guide, Survivor and Outcome Memories. You might notice that this video looks like it has a lot more effort put into it. That's because I have put a lot more effort into it. I've been trying to improve upon the quality of my videos in terms of, you know, editing and presentation. So, let's not waste any more time, let's get into the guide. Amy is a really powerful character in this game. She can express a lot of skill through her moveset. However, Amy is easy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, I'm not gonna lie. She's overtuned and too powerful. She can get big rewards for little risk, and at times, it could seem like her kit is almost too much even for her. So let's get into Amy's moves. First up, she has Hammer Swing. Upon using Hammer Swing, Amy will flash white with a distinctive sound cue and enter a stance for 2 seconds. While this stance is active, colliding with the executioner will stun them for 3 seconds. This move has a cooldown of 24 seconds. So for the most part, you want to let the EXE get close before you attempt to do this stun move, as they can very easily react to it and leave you in a worse spot than you were before using it. It could lead to you getting clipped. This move has another variant, a much harder to pull off variant, that can give you an instant advantage in a chase. The Air Hammer Swing. If Amy is midair before using her Hammer Swing, it will cause her to bounce when she hits the floor. And if she falls onto an EXE, she will bounce off of them for a lot of distance and stun them for the same 3 seconds. This air variant is probably the funnest part of Amy aside from gambling. It's really hard to use, really hard to pull off, but when you hit it, it's cathartic. And the game rewards you for it too, because it can boost you away and stun the killer at the same time. Possibly the best stun in the game. Good piece of advice when trying to use this stun: see if you could find yourself near a spring, as more than likely the EXE will follow you onto the spring and you can fall onto them while using the move for essentially almost guaranteed hammer stun. Now for Amy's second move, Hammer Throw. Using Hammer Throw, Amy will enter another stance and face wherever the cursor is, and will throw the hammer with a secondary input. It might be a trigger, a button, or clicking the mouse again. If the hammer hits an EXE, it stuns them for 3 seconds with a cooldown of 28 seconds. Be careful using this move because it is a projectile. It has its own weight trajectory and travel time. It's not like the Tails cannon where it instantly travels to a distance wherever you aim it. If you're using Hammer Throw, Amy will enter a state for 8 seconds where she no longer has her hammer and cannot use Hammer Swing. But apparently in this game, Amy is Thor and will retrieve her hammer like Mjolnir after those 8 seconds are over. But she can also pick it up to retrieve it prematurely. A funny quirk about the Hammer Throw, or the hammer itself, is that as long as it has momentum, when it collides with an EXE, it will stun them. So it could lead to moments like this. I don't have any tips for this skill exactly. It's another example of how Amy can require some skill. You just gotta play Amy, learn the logic of the hammer throw, practice it, and you'll get better at it. Now, last but not least, in the slightest, is the core of Amy's moveset. What makes her so overpowered? Tarot cards. Amy spawns in with a randomly selected 2 of 6 obtainable tarot cards. She can reroll the pair of cards with her third ability, reroll, on a 15-second cooldown. I'll explain what each of the tarot cards do. The World highlights each survivor and the EXE as long as you have the card, but it decreases Amy's speed by 2 studs. The Fool. Amy moves 1.5 studs faster, but her stun time on both Hammer Swing and Hammer Throw are reduced by a second. Strength. Hammer Swing and Hammer Throw will now stun for 5 seconds each, but Amy has 10% less damage resistance and 3 less studs worth of speed. The Emperor. Amy gets half a stud's worth of speed and 15% extra damage resistance. Really, there's no downsides to this card. This card is actually really strong. The Sun. This one is probably Amy's strongest card, granting her an invisible AoE field around herself where she will passively heal everyone in the field, including herself. She cannot heal Metal Sonic because, he's a robot, I guess. The field heals everyone by half an HP per second or 1 HP every 2 seconds, up to 75 HP. After that, it does not heal anymore. Everyone inside Amy's AoE field, except for herself, will be gradually blinded, regardless of if they're being healed or not. But this blindness will quickly go away by creating enough space from Amy. Lastly, the Moon. This card is pretty bad. I think it's actually Amy's worst card. Excuse me if I get this wrong because this card is very confusing. The visibility of the map is decreased greatly for Amy, meaning she cannot see much further than the immediate area around her. However, she gets buffs ranging from minus 1.5 studs worth of speed to plus 1.5 studs worth of speed, or minus 15% damage resistance to plus 15% damage resistance. These tarot cards can completely change how Amy is meant to play in a round, and can work to her benefit or to her detriment, depending on what you get and when you get it. Here are some good tarot card combos. The World and the Emperor or the Fool. Literally anything but the Moon. Strength and the Emperor or the Fool. The Sun and the World, the Emperor or the Fool. The Sun and the Emperor is probably the best combo. It's the most versatile and it's probably the strongest. But you don't need to get the Emperor. The Fool instead of the Emperor is a pretty good substitute for this combo. Now for the last part of the guide, and probably my favorite. Last Man Standing. Amy might actually be the strongest Last Man Standing character, with the only character coming even close being the character who shouldn't even make it to Last Man Standing in the first place, which would be Metal Sonic. In Last Man Standing, Amy's stuns have shorter cooldowns, last longer, and her tarot cards are buffed tremendously. I can't give numbers, however what I do know is that the Fool and or the Emperor give an additional speed boost, and the Emperor's damage resistance stacks with the default 25% damage resistance survivors get in Last Man Standing. The best part of Last Man Standing for Amy is the Sun. Seriously, this card does it all. It will heal Amy much faster, meaning you can gain HP back to tank hits even mid-chase. And the Sun's healing is no longer capped out at 75 HP, instead of going up to what I believe to be 100 HP. This means that you can almost fully heal in Last Man Standing with the Sun card. This gives her the best survivability in Last Man Standing alongside Metal Sonic, except maybe even better because you can get 40% damage resistance and reliable passive healing. Now of course, Amy can still be overwhelmed by the EXE during Last Man Standing, and will die horribly like the rest of the Survivor cast if too many mistakes are made. But she has two reliable and strong stuns that she can nearly cycle between when the EXE inevitably catches up, and can get a powerful passive healing as well as a 40% damage reduction. See what I mean? Amy is just the tiniest bit strong. I'm not sure how you would be able to tell that she's overpowered. Unfortunately, that is the end of the guide, as that covers pretty much Amy's entire kit. To summarize, she can be a very strong and fun character in the right hands with the right setup and luck, but she can also screw up badly or get really unlucky and get not only herself but her team as well in a lot of danger. Thank you for watching, and now it's on to the gameplay. By the way, you'll be able to see what I mean by her Last Man Standing is overpowered.
Aww. Think fast, Chuckle Nuts!
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it!
This is so boring.
Let's go gambling! Oh my god. I won! I actually won!
Oh no! I cannot believe this!
I got this!
Nice shot! Oh!
And
Your struggle is pathetic.
I cannot believe this! Bonk! Boink! Nice shot!
Get over here! I am my hands.
Nice shot!
I just wanted to say again, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. This video took me about 10 hours to edit, 10, maybe 11. I'm not that good at editing, so yeah, thank you for watching. Any feedback is encouraged. Have a good day.